Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Vasquez. I'm a realtor here in the GTA, and in this video, we're gonna break down some of the stats for the month of November, and then later in the video, we're gonna take a look at the stats specifically for the city of Mississauga. If this video was helpful for you at all, if it was valuable, if you learned something new, please just do me a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. It does push out the video so more and more people can see it, more and more people can stay informed on what's going on in the real estate market. Also, just do me a favor, double check to make sure you are subscribed. We're gonna be putting out a ton of new content in the new year. I've been working really hard on that, so just make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of those videos. Let's jump right in with total residential transactions. Similar to last month, the total sales reported for the month of November were down 49.4% compared to last year. There were a total of 4,544 transactions reported in November. On a month-to-month basis, this level of sales is very comparable to last month in October, especially when we factor in things like seasonally adjusted differences. Obviously, November is usually a little bit slower than October, but sales were pretty much in line. Moving on to new listings, there were 8,880 new listings that came onto the market in November, a very low historical number for this time of the year. Again, just like last month, actually the exact same number as last month, new listings dropped by 11.6% on a year-over-year basis in November. And just comparing October of 2022 to November of 2022, listings have also gone down as well. What that means is the supply of homes on the market right now is very low, and it's only continuing to get worse, which has led to a stabilization of prices. Speaking of prices, the average selling price in the GTA is now $1,079,395, and that number is down 7.2% compared to last year. However, due to the extremely low inventory on the market, prices in the GTA have basically flatlined out. They've been sitting around $1,080,000 to $1,090,000 since August. The downward trend in prices that we experienced since the spring has basically gone away. We are much more stable now. One thing to note about the average selling price is that the annual decline in sales, so how much prices have gone down on a year-over-year basis, this number was greater for the higher priced market segments. So that's your detached and semi-detached homes compared to some of the lower priced market segments. This is definitely something that was expected to happen. Homes that are priced really high, as soon as interest rates start going up, that really hurts people's ability to afford those homes, so they are dropping more. And then homes in the lower price market segment, like the condo market, is just gonna have more competition because people that were able to afford higher priced homes now, because the interest rates have gone up, they're now forced to look at the lower priced market segments, and then that just increases the competition there, which means prices remain relatively stable. Anyways, that was just a long-winded way to say that the detached market and the semi-detached market dropped at a greater rate than the condo market and the condo towns and the lower price market segments. So quickly looking at the market as a whole, all in all, November was a very similar month to October. I put out a video last month, so pretty much the same information we're getting. Sales are down, listings are down, and prices have remained relatively stable. Interest rates went up another 0.5% at the beginning of December, and that is gonna have some impact on the market, but the fact of the matter is that the average selling price has stabilized, and average monthly payments for people who are paying for a mortgage have stabilized as well. So what does this mean? Have we finally reached the bottom of the market? What's gonna happen in the future? I personally don't think that prices are gonna drop too much farther. There's simply just not enough inventory on the market to support any big crash in any way that I see a lot of people talking about, and especially a lot of buyers are kind of hoping for. If all of a sudden there was a huge flood of listings onto the market and the inventory of homes for sale went up, then I would be very quick to change my opinion, but that's not what we're seeing right now. And with everything that we've been seeing, especially what's happened over the last several months, all we're seeing is that prices have basically stabilized, inventory has continued to drop, and that's just kind of where we're at. The market's a lot more balanced, and I think we can expect to see that going forward into the new year. It does seem like the short-term shock of higher interest rates has kind of run its course through the market. Yes, in the spring and the summer, there was a lull, prices were going down, people were scared about all the interest rate hikes, but at this point, things have stabilized and the market's much more balanced. And that's just kind of where we're sitting right now. Obviously things can change, but just based on what we've seen and based on the market conditions right now, that is where we're at. Now, over the medium to long term, demand will most likely pick up pretty significantly because we are expected to get record levels of immigration, with the majority of those people moving to the GTA. And I'm sure you've probably heard a lot about this, but all those people are gonna need a place to live. Whether they buy or rent, doesn't really matter. I'm sure you've heard that rent prices have gone to the moon in the last couple of years, just insane growth there. If those people are coming and they're going to be renting, that's just going to push rent prices even higher. And a good chunk of those people who have money are going to be buying. That is going to increase the demand, which will likely increase the average selling price. So the biggest problem that policymakers are going to be facing is not inflation or high interest rates over the long term I'm talking about. It's going to be housing for all these new people that are going to be moving to the GTA. And obviously we'll have to see what happens with that. There have been some bills passed and laws passed to make housing more affordable and make housing easier for people to get, make rental units available, all that stuff. But we'll see what kind of comes from those laws and if action is actually taken to kind of address the issue. Now for you, I know we're getting to the end of the year. If you are thinking of selling or buying next year, even if you're thinking in January or if you're thinking later in the spring or the summer, please reach out to me. We can start having those initial conversations, just putting a plan together to make sure that you are on track to hit your goals and that you find success in 2023. If you're gonna be buying, let's just have chats. Let's see where you are financially, make sure that you're on track. We could talk to mortgage brokers, kind of see what you would be able to afford, what kind of mortgage you'd be able to get. And on the other side, if you're looking to sell, it's always good to get your house prepared. Start those conversations now, figure out what you can do to increase the value of your home so that when you are ready to sell, you're not scrambling at the last minute trying to get everything ready. So again, if you are thinking of buying or selling in 2023, please reach out to me. We can just have those initial conversations and develop a plan to make sure that you hit your goals. All right, quickly looking at the stats for Mississauga. In November, there were 409 sales in Mississauga and the average price of a home is just over $1,022,000. That number is 1.7% lower than last year, but 3.5% higher than last month. The average price for a detached home is just over $1.4 million, about $40K more than last month. A semi-detached will cost you $985,000, about $25K drop from last month. The average price for a townhome is $1,060,000, that's about $80,000 more from last month. A condo townhome will cost you $782,000, about a $10K drop from last month. And finally, a condo apartment averages in at around $600K, which is about a $50,000 drop from last month. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Super quick and simple. I hope you did find some value in it. Now, again, I am a realtor. If you are thinking of buying or selling in 2023, like I said earlier, please reach out to me. We could start having those initial conversations, whether you're looking to move in January or February, or later in the spring or the summer, even in the fall. Let's just start having those conversations, getting you on track to make sure that you hit those goals. So just reach out to me. Would love to have those initial conversations and just chat and see how we can help you get on track to hit those goals. And if you found some value in this video, if you learned something new, please do me a huge favor and just hit that thumbs up button. Would seriously appreciate it. Also double check to make sure that you are subscribed because like I said at the beginning, we're gonna be pushing out a ton of new content in the new year and you don't wanna miss any of that. So stay informed and make sure you're subscribed. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good week and we'll see you on the next one.